Awesome.
Excuse me for asking, are you perhaps British?
No, I'm from the Netherlands.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, ask the Polish guy to understand accents. Sorry.
I lived a year in Scotland. Maybe that counts.
Yeah, I mean, at least for me, it's very British-like accent.
Yeah, it went full real Brit though.
Okay, so Cyril is Roger's character.
Yes.
I mean, can Roger use
Oh
microphone?
yeah,
Or...
I'll use my I'll change my name.
Okay.
To
So,
Ivy. Save name. There we go. Now I'm Ivy.
okay.
Okay. We have a...
Okay. And yeah, just for clarity, so Terminator, the way you would do that is click on that gear-shaped icon at the top right corner, and under My Settings, there'll be a place where it says Display Name. Just type in Carter or Carter Hearts. Cool.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. So if the rest of you three want to throw ideas back and forth about how you may have come across each other in the past, that would be awesome.
Okay. Well, I guess I can introduce Ivy to the newcomers, and then maybe they can see how they might fit in her history.
Sounds great.
Ivy is pretty old. I haven't actually set an actual age, but 500 years is not weird. She's looks like a 10-year-old. I will show you guys a picture. And actually, I'll put the rest of the stuff now. I'll just do her picture. She is somehow connected to the Lord of Outer Darkness. That is Ivy. And because of that, like the reason she's got stuck in this like really young body, and has to use, has maybe trouble reaching the pedals and gears and things of her her plane, is that something went wrong. That something went wrong when her backup was made, and which may or may not have something to do with the fact that she has some blood of the Lords of Outer Darkness running through her veins. In her pursuit to finding out more about her history, she has gathered a lot of money and bought herself nobility rights. So she has a small manor, Stonehill Manor. And she has also become a pilot, and right now she is Peter Archer's main pilot.
Indeed, she is. Probably one of the best ones too.
Yeah, she has. She's gone through piloting school, and she found a rival there. She's been on 2 missions in her that I wrote down in her history. One was a mysterious man that offered her a shady deal that in one go would make her filthy rich, which is how she got her money. I didn't detail what that was, so if you guys want to fit in her history, that's a nice point. And she's also been on missions with Peter Archer, so that might be an area where she could fit into.
Yeah, I can. When you finish Ivy, I can throw
I'm done.
a few sentences of my own. So, if anybody here knows Nasuverse, then they immediately know that my character is heavily influenced by that universe, and I'm like basically almost playing an archer from Fate Stay Night. But basically, I am an enforcer for Ascended and guardian for everybody else. I'm the guy that is used by being or beings, I guess, organization to uphold the balance and protect civilizations from whatever there is that might threaten it. Um, but I stand between life and death, chaos and order with my magic. Because apart from that, I am, I like to think that I'm a good fighter, a great fighter. I have something um, called projection magic, which basically means with my stance and aspects that I am a working arsenal, and basically I can never be disarmed because if somebody just takes out my weapon, then I just sub bitch and I project another sword to continue fighting. And yeah, we are with Ivy, we are kind of a dynamic duo. I imagine we might have been working for quite some time, and for him, she's the best pilot around for now, and he thinks that she's a great ally and possibly a major threat because of her outer darkness connections. And he's the guy that deals with threats, so there will be some kind of if push comes to shove, it will be really interesting to see what Peter will do. Yeah, and he is also a remorseful killer because being guardian for such a word, sometimes you need to make a end justify the means. Kill one to save 1,000. That kind of stuff. And I think that's most of it.
And
guys, I'm going felt course. Hold on.
excellent.
I mean, I imagine that. Cyril might be a mount for Carter, but I imagine that Ivy is a pilot, so she has her, um, VTOL vehicle transport. So at least us two, I don't think I need to use your services, Cyril, as a mount.
Well, I don't have an right now a craft written down anywhere.
Not crafts as a skill, just
No, I mean fly hovercraft. Like I don't have any vehicle right now. So what I rather just presume is that I'm used to working with different vehicles. You know, whenever the job demanded. Something worth noting about Ivy's piloting skills is that she is also best when she is on the chase because, you know, through her job for Peter Archer, she has had to done some chases, so she's got some stunts that allow her to chase really well and also attach to another flying vehicle mid-air and then board it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because life with Peter Archer is never easy
Boring.
nor boring.
That's her aspects and skills and stunts in short. So yeah, I don't actually have a phase 3 aspect yet. So
Neither
if
do I,
anybody,
so
if any of you guys have a story that I could participate in for phase 3, then
yes. I'm. I mean, we might need to phrase that slightly differently. Like instead of I like Peter Archer's sub bitch, then we instead like uh, our characters are compatible or something. Um, I played some Fate, but it was always kind of a homebrewed. We never really used that phase trio rule.
No, you're right. It should be something more, whatever,
Uh,
story
I don't
driven,
have your
but
character in front of my eyes, so can you just quickly remind me, like your character? I remember it's a dragon, black dragon.
yeah, I got a dragon. It's got a lot of baby mamas, a lot of babies. So I got a dragon brood that causes me issues. Uh,
They're always hungry.
yeah, well, yeah, that too. Child support killing me.
Uh, yeah, because okay, so I will need to think about it for a second because for now, the only idea is that because he's a black dragon, then oh no, he might be also connected to the Lords of Outer Darkness. He or she might be useful, but she also might be a threat. But that will mean I will repeating the second phase, which I do not want to do. Uh,
Hey, maybe you slept with one of my baby mamas. I don't know.
the phase 2 Ivy's got enough money for me. Does that mean that you kind of like decided to like live in with me in my manor, or?
Yeah, if you let me, I need a place to stay because
Sure.
I can't afford nothing. I got
so yeah, he can
bills
be
to
like
pay, babies to feed.
your glorified bodyguard slash mercenary that stays at home. So if there's any fool that tries to screw with you and your belongings, then Dragon is Tips Fedora. Hello and goodbye.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if you got a moat or something, it'd be all right. I could just stay in there.
I
Kind of
mean,
like couch surfing or whatever.
I have a whole manor, and I'm just a 10-year-old girl, so I don't need a whole manor. So there's place for you. I'm not home much anyway. I like traveling around. Staying at home doing nothing is boring and won't get me any closer to discovering anything about myself.
That's the only thing I'm confused about. So y'all seem to know the whole what Eschaton, I can't pronounce it, what it means.
Eschaton.
So there you go. So,
That is because we made like most of it up.
so we're on a planet, right? Like I got my feet. So I kind of thought it was like a astronomical thing where we were in the stars or something, where there was no land, there was no footage. So I didn't know if you had to have wings or a power suit, or what you had to
I
have.
kinda
So
imagine that because that's just player's input, so I just imagine that if there's a planet, might as well be, but we can always say that there's high technologies advanced enough and with magic support that the people like civilizations went to other planets, stars and whatnot.
Yeah, I totally imagine there being some kind of like system. If you need like a whole a group of ascended and people enforcing that, then I presume that you've got more than just one home planet. But I imagine that Eschaton is just a Eschaton, whatever it is just one planet.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh yeah, like
Don't worry, Carter. I'm not that tall.
as a like civilization, it is huge. It encompasses a vast part of the galaxy. But it's where the planet you're on is one part of it. Was my thought anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I was thinking like the end of, well, I mean, because I didn't really understand. Y'all ever seen Guilty Crown, the very end when everything they're doing is in the stars or whatever. So I didn't know if y'all went that way. But if there's a planet, y'all know the name, I mean, we don't have to get too in depth, but I don't want to call it Earth if it's not Earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool. So for now, my idea for phase 3 is just I don't remember, but I don't think Cyril and Carter can be considered ascendant, or are they?
As part of a part of the Ascended?
I mean, because for now I understand that Cyril is a dragon that kinda acts like a bodyguard slash mercenary, considering like
I mean, we could all be
for
part
Ivy.
of the same crew, right?
If you're all okay with that, then certainly.
I mean, we could. I was just asking, considering my options for phase 3.
But you can always just wait until something happens that you feel is meaningful, and then fill in phase 3 at that time.
Yeah, that probably makes the most sense. Just to see if something comes up during the game.
It actually works in your favor if you can't, because then you'd be like, oh, I really need to do something with that person, and there you go.
Carter, tell me a little bit about you, because I don't have a clue what you are except short.
I just saw the glimpse of part of his character, so I think he's another fighter.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, basically in the morning it's hard to kickstart my brain, so I will probably try to think of phase 3 aspect during the game, because I think
Yeah,
Ivy
for me too.
has to go in like 4 hours or less than that, so the more we play
Yeah,
it will be better for her.
Okay.
yeah, because I'm going to Germany.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Hey, slightly closer to my borders, but not yet.
Okay. So,
Just
well,
one last thing.
yeah.
For now, I will be working under the assumption that I worked for a longer time with Ivy, so we know each other pretty well, and I will be working under the assumption that both Carter and Cyril are maybe not exactly like newcomers, but I still I use shit. What's the proper English word for that?
You still need to get to know them.
Yes.
You guys,
Okay.
so yeah, are you guys okay with being like the newcomers to the crew?
Yeah, I'm good. And Carter's riding, so he ain't got a choice.
Okay. So yeah, I do want to get into it as soon as possible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I do think we should fill in a little bit more on Carter first, but we certainly don't need to fill in everything by any means. So I think the next thing we need to do is figure out what skill he's best at. I mean, it could just be fight, but it could be something else. The options being
well, he's
okay.
Sneak, so I'm
Sneak?
looking at
Okay,
Wonder
yeah.
So
That's awesome.
considering he's rather small, he can be used to scouting and reconnaissance. So It will
Okay.
it will have a reason for him to have stealth as a great skill,
Okay. Yeah, I think that's great.
if he agrees.
Okay. So. Okay. So stealth is great, and there was definitely from at least my first look at the character, there was definitely like a militant edge to him. So you might want to have fight as one of the goods, and then we'll fill in the rest later, if that sounds good.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm cool if he takes fight, although I have already fighted great, but it's really his choice if he wants to be a melee character or like try to shoot people from distance. I mean, you already have stealth as a great skill, but you still have places to put at least 2 more skills.
Yeah, actually, given that Peter is focused on fight, maybe not taking fight as a good. I mean, you still can, but if you want to look at other options, that also might be better. Okay. Okay, so let's assume, instead of fight, shoot as a good. Although, yeah, a stunt that allows him to use stealth for combat is also an option.
I mean,
we'll just get back to that.
Yeah, when we will be in the game. And yeah, even though I have noticed some good, then I also considered telling him that because he's more of the ranger than I am, a range attacker, that he also might take notice skill on a good. Notice is like a perception in D&D Pathfinder.
Actually, if you're going with the shoot idea, how about being the gunner on the ship? I guess we have a ship because I'm a pilot.
Sure.
Or we would have to rent one or whatever, but we're probably going to be flying at some point.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you have pilot as your great, so absolutely you have access to a ship, and you also have resources. So, I mean, if you wanted to, describe what your ship looks like, you could do that now, or we can do that in a little bit.
Actually, I was thinking about like getting a ship, but I rather imagined that she's like just using whatever. Like I imagine kind of being like a military base style where you can just go to a certain base, and because you work for the Ascended, you can pick up a ship. That way, she can complain about, oh, this